paint pianos too? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, I'm a registered piano technician.
there you go.
So I tune, regulate, repair, clean, and once in a while cannibalize.
Cannibalize, yeah. I do a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
So crowbars,
Yeah.
big ones,
I should have
small one. You
a
need a smaller pry bar.
couple of Phillips screwdrivers if you want to
And
look around.
we got these 2 screwdrivers.
Okay. Hey, Phillips.
That I bought for 25 cents next door.
Right. Good place to pick up tools.
Yeah. You could work on these if you like, Dick.
Yep,
There's a whole row of them.
these are Phillips.
But the straight works. So I'm going to use the Phillips
Okay.
down below, and you could just go after them. The reason this piano has to be recycled is it has a pin block separation. So from the inside moving back, you have the tuning pins, the strings, cast iron plate, then the pin block, which is usually laminated hard rock maple, and then the rest of the back of the piano. And in this case, the pin block is pulling away from the back, and that not only creates a musical problem, it creates a hazard. The piano is under 16 to 20 tons of tension. Each of the 200 or so strings has about 160 foot-pounds of tension on it. And kind of makes it like a loaded mousetrap. And you don't want a broken loaded
I
mousetrap.
hadn't thought that would be an issue, but yeah, I can imagine. So if I hear go praying, I should jump out of the way.
There you go. You can throw your screws and stuff in there.
Good.
Little metal parts.
Thank you.
Throw those in the metal bin.
Screws are good, I'll just save them.
Now, if we could be playing this piano as we're dismantling it, and like when you kill a computer and starts talking slower and slower.
How are you doing, Dave?
Yeah.
Stop that.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
I had a friend who ran a little computer store. He had a little story about the computer saying, you know, I can think so fast, I can think faster than humans. I am just pretty cool stuff. And yeah, nobody created me. I am too cool to have been created. Hey, wait a minute. Stay away from that cord. Hey, keep your hands off that cord. Ah!
Yep.
Yeah, with all the electronic keyboards and stuff now, a regular old piano seems kind of big.
Yeah, but if you spill your coffee in this, I can probably fix it.
Oh,
If you spill your coffee in your electronic piano, I probably can't.
Go ahead.
My first piano poem was called The Old Upright. I was tuning for an elderly lady, and her young renter came down the steps, and he said, I wondered who was down here banging on her piano. Figured it was one of her grandkids. I was going to come down and break both of his arms. So I worked that into my poem. The old
what a
guy.
violent world we live in, isn't it? That people would even say such a phrase.
The old guy has the old upright, and his young renter comes down the stairs and says, "Ah, my electronic keyboard could leave that thing in the dust." And the old guy says, "Well, maybe, but look at how well this is built. Cast iron plate, spruce back posts, heavy construction, bridges." And so the old guy dies and leaves the piano to the kid, who gets it reconditioned and rebuilt. And the poem ends up, the new is made more valuable by valuing the old.
By valuing the old.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it that releases the tension on all the strings? Individually?
I have a tool loaned to me by my friend and colleague Mike Magnus. It's a string breaker.
String breaker.
Put it over the tuning pins and whack it, and the strings will pop. A guy named John Cage was famous or notorious. He would use a prepared piano. So he'd have a grand piano and he'd put nuts and bolts and screws on it and play it. And one of his pieces was called something like 457. Came out, sat down at the piano and just sat there for 4 minutes and 57 seconds. The music was the reaction of the audience. What's that guy doing? Why isn't he playing the piano? We have medicine for people like that.
Kind of an inverse, kind of the negative space of music.
Mm-hmm. One of the many funny sides of the piano.
And what you're doing is having people react to not having their expectations met.
Yeah. Stretch their thinking.
I think we should figure out a way for you to have a piano brought out
Mm-hmm.
after hours or when we're closed
Yeah.
on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Set it in the landfill.
Mm-hmm.
There's roads going through that.
Mm-hmm.
You're surrounded by garbage and play.
Oh, yeah.
Play a beautiful piece, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
The beauty amongst the ordinary.
Well, that'd be
Even less than
beauty amongst those things that are lost,
Mm-hmm.
thrown out, discarded.
I remember seeing a video of a dump landfill in New York City.
Probably
They were-
fresh kills.
Well, they were just taking the old front end loader and scooping up pianos, putting them in the dump.
Yep.
And breaks the musician's heart and the piano tuner's heart. So I'm glad we can do better with this one anyhow.
If you'd ever be interested in doing something like that,
Sure,
we would be interested in assisting. So,
I'd love to. I have access to a lot of old pianos.
And we should write a song about all the particulars on what can be recycled and what can't, where you bring it,
Sure.
and hours and everything else
Mm-hmm.
to make it a real practical thing.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people don't know what can be thrown away and what can't.
Mhm.
Because electronics are way different than everything else.
I've written about 400 songs and poems, 4 musical plays, the first of which was about recycling.
Yeah, I used to run the recycling center for Houston County,
Oh, okay.
and we worked with Winona State and their theater group over there.
Mhm.
They developed a play for us called Mama Earth and the Rockin' R's.
Mm.
That was kind of fun. I think we did it in conjunction with Klein Theater.
Uh-huh.
That was a fun group.
I have attended Winona State, among other schools.
Yeah, I'm originally from Winona.
Okay. I ask myself, why no, Winona? That's one of my songs. It's my response to New York, New York, and Chicago.